Would you spend $11,000 on a single houseplant? Today I'm showing you real listings for 5-figure Anthuriums, chaotic variegated Monsteras, and Alocasias that look like melted gold. And we're going to decide which ones are hype, which ones are actually worth it, and which one should stay in the cart forever. Welcome back to Plants with Kevin, where we help your urban jungle thrive without destroying your bank account. Last year, I did a rare Anthurium deep dive, and this year, we are leveling things up. Anthurium, Monstera, Philodendron, Hoya, and Alocasia, all real plants, real prices, some of them absolutely ridiculous. As someone who's made over 1,500 plant videos and still has to pay rent in downtown Denver, I'll tell you what's actually exciting, what's a care nightmare, and what I'd never buy with my own money. Let's start with the current it girls, Anthurium. And I'll tell you, this one has already stolen my heart despite its price tag. The Anthurium Silver Butterfly, $309. But look at those leaves! Silver Butterfly is a hybrid velvet Anthurium with metallic veins that really can look like butterfly wings. But clones are all over the place. Some stunning, some just okay, and it's slow and humidity hungry. Wallet pain, 4 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10. All right, this sweet girl here is the Anthurium Sweet Love Variegated, $195. Sweet Love gives you soft, heart-shaped velvet leaves with gentle mint or cream variegation, very quiet luxury. It hates sudden changes, and low light will wash that variegation out. Wallet pain, 5 out of 10. Drama, 6 out of 10. Not too bad, but, you know, those leaves. All right, the Anthurium King of Spades, a mature plant, $382. I mean, that's a nice mature plant, right? King of Spades is all about presence. Big, armored, shield-like leaves in deep, dark green. Getting it to that mature size, though, takes ages in very stable conditions, so better be patient with this one. Wallet pain, 6 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10. Lots of 6 and 7s. All right, this one's going to take a pain in the bank account. This is the Anthurium Warwickwianum Dark Form Variegated. I mean, it's a beautiful plant, but for nearly $11,000? Come on, guys, $11,000. This variegated Dark Queen Anthurium is basically a plant trophy. At least maybe a dozen or 5 dozen of those plant trophies. Near black velvet cream splashes, but an insane price. It is brutally sensitive to watering, humidity, and light. Just like a regular queen, but, you know, this one's a little bit more difficult. Wallet pain, 10 out of 10. Drama, 10 out of 10. True museum piece, and absolutely deserves those numbers. I'm going to butcher this one as I do whenever I say it. The Anthurium papillomanum, variegated, crossed with a red crystallinum, $7,300. $7,300, but it's beautiful. This hybrid mixes long sculpted leaves, red tones, bold veins, and variegation all in one. It's slow, picky, and every plant expresses itself differently. Wallet pain, 9 out of 10. Drama, 9 out of 10. All right, I'm curious to know, if someone handed you one Anthurium from this list for free, which are you taking? Tell me in the comments, because I need to know what you guys would go with. I'm not quite sure which one I would go with. I would go with the Queen, because it costs a lot of money. But let's move on to Monsteras and Raphidafera, because if you thought the Queen was pricey, take a look at the Monstera White Lava, $10,975. Right up there. White Lava is elbow turned up to chaos. Thick, unpredictable chunks of white that look like paint poured on the leaf. All that white makes it slower, fragile, and easy to scorch. You have been warned. Wallet pain, 9 out of 10. Drama, 9 out of 10 as well. This is Monstera Mint Jungle, and this cutting is about $144 for a single leaf. That's right, one leaf. Instead of stark white, you get soft pastel mint variegation that makes every leaf look airbrushed and a little bit different. The catch, mint variegation is super unpredictable and light hungry. Some leaves come out beautifully minty, others much greener, and in low light, the color can just fade fast. It grows slower than a regular Deliciosa, so you're definitely paying for the look and not the speed. Wallet pain, 6 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10. This one really caught my attention. The Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, the mini Monstera as it's known, despite being a different genus of plants. The Rhaphidophora tetrasperma Thai constellation. So the mini Monstera Thai constellation, $164. This variegated Rhaphidophora climbs fast and gives you marbled leaves without true Tycon prices. It can revert though if light drops, and early tissue culture plants can be touchy, so just keep that in mind. Wallet pain, 6 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10. So, this is good news. Monstera deliciosa elbow, the Monstera elbow, is the classic plant, right? I mean, everybody wants one right now, and you can get one because it's $120. This plant, though, has big leaves with crisp white sectors and marbling. Total Instagram star, hands down. The white burns easily, though. Growth is slower, and it can revert if you're not careful. Wallet pain, 6 out of 10. Drama, 8 out of 10. You know. Philodendrons now, and this one right here, if you've ever wanted a variegated philodendron bilietiae, you can get a tissue culture plug for $59. $59 isn't bad. Variegated bilietiae has long, narrow leaves, orange petioles, and splashes of cream. Super striking, though, once it sizes up. Variegation slows growth and can be hit or miss without strong light. Wallet pain, 3 out of 10. Drama, 6 out of 10. All right, for $500, the Philodendron Mamii variegato. Mamii variegato brings big, rippled heart leaves with silver banding plus cream variegation. Subtle but lush. It's a crawler, so without room to spread, leaves and variegation suffer. Wallet pain, 7 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10 as well. I have a regular Mamii. I love it. It's not variegated, but, you know, it's got space. All right, the Philodendron pulchrum. This one's cool. $200. Pulchrum is all about texture. Long ribbed leaves that eventually look almost prehistoric on a pole. It needs warmth, humidity, and real vertical support, or it just sulks. Wallet pain, 6 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10. All right, everyone's favorite Alocasias. Everyone, you know, except for those first couple of years that plant parents are like, I'm staying away from them because they're pest magnets. But take a look at this one. The Alocasia cuprea variegated, $2,568. Variegated cuprea looks like metallic foil with cream or mint splashes. Totally unreal in person. It's sensitive to cold, low humidity, and watering swings, and variegation slows it down. So be warned there. Wallet pain, 8 out of 10. Drama, 9 out of 10. The Alocasia cuprea aurea, $229. But take a look at that. Cuprea aurea turns that metal look gold with yellow variegation glowing under bright lights. That's gotta be beautiful to see in person. Aurea sections burn easily though and don't photosynthesize well, so stability is everything. Wallet pain, 7 out of 10. Drama, 8 out of 10. And then here's the Alocasia Nebula Pink Variegated, $479. Nebula Pink Variegated looks like glittery, silvery leaves brushed with soft pink. It's extremely picky about temperature, watering, and consistency, and loves to go dormant after stress. But don't we all? So wallet pain there, 7 out of 10. Drama, 9 out of 10. And then you need to take a look at this cutie. One Hoya to talk about here. The Hoya lacunosa winter Pandora. From $950 for a Hoya? Wow. Winter Pandora keeps tiny, textured leaves that flush creamy pink or silvery in bright light and cooler temps, plus insanely fragrant blooms. I love those Hoya blooms. Oh, they smell so good, and they're so cute to look at. In low light, though, it goes plain green, and overwatering makes it drop leaves. Wallet pain, 7 out of 10. Drama, 7 out of 10 as well. Lots of beautiful plants, though. Oh my gosh. So if I had a surprise $2,000 plant budget, I'd probably grab something like the variegated billy, the Mamii variegato, or a silver butterfly. Still special, but not 5 figures for us, you know. You can get nice plants that are cheaper. The big takeaway here is just that. You do not need any of these to have a gorgeous indoor jungle. Most of the plants I actually live with in my downtown Denver loft are under 50 bucks. Drop in the comments right now if you could. If you would, what is the most realistically amount of money that you would spend on one plant right now? I need to know this because mine would probably just be maybe 50 bucks. I'd have to say $50. And if you want to see the affordable side of my collection, I welcome you to check out my urban jungle by clicking on this video up here in the corner, because as you tour my jungle, you will see all of these plants that I have here behind me. I will tell you about their price. I will tell you about their story. And by golly, do they have stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.